O Diyos aming Ama, ang lahat ng nilalang ay marapat na sumamba sa iyo. Higit sa iyong mga biyaya, sinasamba ka namin dahil ikaw ay ikaw. Lumalapit kami sa iyo, dakilang tagapaglikha, nagsusumamo at humihingi ng kapatawaran. Kami ay nagkulang at nagkasala. Patawarin mo kami sa katigasan ng aming mga puso. Turuan mo kami at dalhin sa inyong kalooban. Tingnan mo kami ng may awa at kahabagan. Hilumin mo po ang aming bayan, ang aming mga mahal sa buhay, kaibigan, kapitbahay, karatig bayan, ganun din ang aming mga kaaway sa pandemyang kinahaharap namin sa COVID-19. Isama niyo na rin ang mga may sakit sa iba't ibang karamdaman. Panginoon, balutin mo kami ng inyong kaluwalhatian. Itago mo kami sa lilim ng inyong mga pakpak laban sa anumang kapahamakan o wala sa oras na kamatayan. Kristo, ang tinapay ng buhay, alalahanin niyo po ang mga
Walang kasing saya ang Paskong Pinoy. Dumaan man ang problema at pandemya, kayang-kayang lampasan basta't nagdadamayan at nagmamahalan.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Tuloy na tuloy pa rin ang Pasko dito sa V81 Radio Worldwide.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y mapapakinggan. Oh, V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio.
The views and opinions expressed by the host do not necessarily state or reflect those of the company and its management. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guests do not reflect those of the host, the show, this station, the management, and the network. Kumusta, kabayan? Kumusta ka, bayan? Gusto mo bang makasagap ng chismis na may laman? Chismis na makabuluhan? Let's talk about love, life, relationships, social issues, and anything under the sun. Narito na sina Jay at Owie upang sabayan kayong makitawa, makiiyak, makikanta, at makisaya sa nag-iisang online tambayan. Chikabayan, Chika Bayan. Chikabayan, dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide.
Hello, hello.
Ang cute ka naman doon, isa pa.
Hello, hello.
Hello, mga kabayan. Isa na namang bulol siya. Umaatikabong Chismis Tuesday. Tama.
Tama. Uy, and take note ha, this is the first episode of December. Ang bilis ng panahon, no? Imagine, parang few months, no? Kakasibula lang ng Chikabayan Season 1. Tapos ngayon, December na. Tapos nakita mo yung station ID natin, parang Christmassy na siya. So ilang linggo na lang magpapasko na. Ilang araw na lang ba, Jaya? Less than 20 ba? 7. Tapos 25.
Kaya mo yan, sis, parang ayoko bilangan.
18 days. 18 days to go.
Ano ba kayo, December 7?
December 7. So about 18
18
days to go. Yeah, 18 days to go, Pasko na. And
oh my God,
ilang araw
birthday
na
ko
lang,
na.
magpapalit na tayo ng taon. So, 'di ba? Ang daming nangyari na parang gigising tayo Pasko na ulit, bagong taon na ulit. Tapos magpapalit na tayo ng taon ulit sa ating mga sinusulat na kung saan-saan man. 2022 na.
2022 na. Pero aminin mo, girl, sobrang bilis nitong 2021. As in, kung ano yung bagal ng 2020, di ba lahat tayo nun parang hindi pa ba tapos itong taon ng 2020? Siyang bilis naman ng 2021 na parang, uy, wait lang, kalma. Wait. Pero like, ako honestly though, girl, since we're talking about, you know, yung year coming to an end, ako siguro I liked this year. Like, in general, parang feeling ko this is a year of like healing and then development. Yung tumayo ka mula sa
Mm.
'di ba? Parang bumangon. Taon ng pagbangon siya for me. Ikaw
Ako
ba?
din. Ako, both 2020 and 2021 are good
Oo.
years for me.
Your
Um,
Saturn return.
Saturn return 'no, sa mga kabayans natin diyan na hindi familiar sa Saturn return, ganito kasi yun, chika ko lang ng very light.
Oo, very
Saturn
sweet.
return happens every 27th to your 32nd year. So 'pag kapanganak sa'yo,
I thought
pagdating mo ng
29.
28 yata, basta before 30.
Oo.
Yun 28, 29, 30 hanggang mag-32 ka, mangyayari kasi diyan yung tinatawag na Saturn return mo. I'm not sure if you are believers of, this, pero wala namang masama sa paniniwala, eh. Pero Saturn return kasi is when something significant really happens to you. So kunyari, lilipat ka ng bahay, makakabili ka ng bahay, or mapo-promote ka sa trabaho, those things. And I think a lot of things happened to me na very positive naman that happened in the year 2020. Tapos even this year, and it's still
Yeah.
happening now. So feeling ko hindi pa natatapos yung Saturn return ko,
That's
no?
true.
Ah,
Uy, ako
Um,
honestly, when you said na it starts when you reach the age of 28, kasi 'di ba
mm,
I'm turning 29 na this year. So 28, that was last year. That's when all the good things started na sa akin. 'Di ba parang you know it. Parang hindi na
oo.
para i-chika pa natin isa-isa. But like, I feel like it's just the beginning of my Saturn return. And I'm so excited. Excited ako sa mga mangyayari pa.
Totoo. And this year really, tama yung sinabi mo, sobrang bilis niya. And apart from
Wait
yung
lang. So, sobrang bilis ng year na 'to, hindi pa tayo nagpapakilala.
nagpapakilala, no? Hello pala. By the way, I'm Owie.
And I'm Jaya. And
Yeah.
girl,
Nagsimula na kanina pero chika ba yan?
ha? Nag-start na ba? Chika ba yan?
Chika.
Chika? Bayan.
Bayan. Ayun. So, welcome back. Welcome back. Going back sa chismis natin, no? Asan na ba
Mm.
ako? Ayun,
Yung
itong
taon na
taon ko,
mabilis.
oo, kahit sabihin natin sobrang bilis, yung pagiging mabilis niya kasi, ang dami rin magagandang nangyari, at least sa ating dalawa, and sana sa mga nanonood din ng kabayans natin out there. And
Mm.
even if hindi siguro gano'n ka-pleasant yung experience that you might have encountered this year, take it as it is. That's okay. 'Di ba nga? It's okay not to
That's
be okay
true.
sometimes. Kasi baka mamaya it's just like a phase na pinagdadaanan mo sa ngayon. It could be like a
Mm.
certain problem or an issue or a predicament lang na nangyayari lang siya in the now, but it's not gonna last anyway kasi it will too, shall pass. Na baka
Yeah,
mamaya after December or pagpasok ng 2022, mare-resolve mo rin lahat ng mga pinagdadaanan mo. So always be
correct.
very optimistic and think positive of,
Yeah.
the
Ano,
things to come.
uy, that's true. And apart from being thinking positive and staying optimistic, you always have to be grateful. You know what? I think what got me through 2020, I think it was like a hell year for a lot of us, but like what really got me through 2020 and what got me like shining through this year 2021 was being grateful. I'm just parang even when there's good and there's bad that's happening to me, sobrang nagpapasalamat ako. Because if it's something not so good, kunyari, o sige, parang, for the lack of a better term, may nangyaring masama or pangit sa life ko, I'm still grateful because I feel like it's teaching me something. May natututunan ako from it. And
Correct.
I practiced that, mindset na I'm just grateful for everything back in 2020. Kaya nung 2021, kahit may mga, alam mo yun, meron pa rin namang mga hindi masyadong magagandang bagay na nangyari. Hindi na ako as, ano mo yun, not really affected, but hindi na ako yung parang pinanghihinaan agad ng loob, hindi na
Mm.
ako yung, alam mo yun, yung parang suko
For
na
short,
kaagad.
nega.
Oo, in short nega,
Mm.
hindi well, parang I have eliminated the negativity in me that I'm just grateful kasi I'm trying to realize what this situation is teaching me. And based on what I learned from that situation, I apply it doon sa mga susunod na kabanata ng life ko, which helps me kasi parang ang dami kong natututunan. Ang saya, parang
Correct.
hindi boring ang life. Alam mo yun?
Totoo yan. And there are a lot of things for us to be grateful about. Yun nga lang,
True, that's true.
gigising ka na maayos every morning. Yun na lang,
Mm-mm.
gigising ka na lang, di ba? It's something that we can always be grateful about. Kasi ang iksi ng buhay and we know a lot of people na natamaan ng COVID na hindi natin kasama ngayon. So imagine the
Nawala
fact that
ng
we're
mahal sa
still alive,
buhay.
nawalan ng mahal sa buhay. So imagine that fact that
Mm,
we are still alive. It's something that we can really be grateful for. Eto to
correct.
na nga, may topic talaga tayo eh.
Oo, totoo. At hindi talaga ito yung topic natin.
Hindi talaga ito yung topic natin. Ang haba ng side chika, no? Pero if you have,
Correct
as
nga.
mga kabayan natin out there, if you actually missed our previous episodes in the past, bilang patapos na ang taon natin at patapos na ang season 1 ng Chikabayan, you can always binge, watch, or listen to our previous episodes. Available po kami on the V81 app. So you can download us on your Apple Play Store, your Apple Play, nasa kanila yon, on the Apple Play Store or on Google Play. And
You can also download the B81 Radio app on your Amazon TV device so you can browse through all the shows of V81, including CHIKABAYAN. And of course, we're also compatible on Amazon Alexa. Just say, Alexa, play V81 Radio. Ayan.
that is true. At ito na nga. So, ang pag-uusapan kasi natin is kind of related sa ating mga previous episodes. So remember, in the first half of Chikabayan, we talked about cheating and ghosting.
Mm.
Tapos pinag-usapan din natin yung love languages. Tapos ano pa ba? Pinag-usapan din natin somehow yung character development ng isang tao. How are you going to manage your relationships and go forward? Now, this topic that we are going to talk about today is something also that is happening. It might be happening to you now, or it might have happened to you in the past, or you might know people na baka may red flags or
Going
green
through
flags na
it.
nakikita mo o na going through it
Mm.
at baka ikaw mismo sa sarili mo ay makatulong ka rin sa kanila. Ayan. So, naranasan nyo na ba yung tinatawag nating unrequited love?
Hala, lagot.
Kasi
Alam
'di
mo,
ba? Ay go.
ay sorry. Naalala ko nung una natin 'tong pinag-usapan, I was simping for a guy na nagbibisikleta. Charing!
OMG at nasa expressway tayo nung chumichika tayo nito. Pero sige, before we even dig deeper, kung ano ba tong unrequited love na to, i-define muna natin kasi siya. So what is
Mm.
unrequited love in the first place? Um,
Ayun. Mm.
go ahead,
Go,
Jay.
girl. Ito na
Yung
naman.
totoo.
Well,
Sige, ikaw na muna.
unrequited love, from the term itself, unrequited. So hindi na-reciprocate, right? So it's when you have feelings or love for another person and that other person does not feel the same way about you. So, ang sad. Oh my gosh, girl, parang I don't have the mental space for this. Cherry, kala mo nakaka-relate. Yun. So that's basically unrequited love. Do you have any other like
Yeah.
descriptions? Mm.
So magkakaiba tayo ng ano dito ng definitions ito. Pero terminal kasi ng description nito is yun nga unreciprocated or for short hindi na ibabalik. Like
Ba't
you're
di ka
giving
crush ng crush
everything.
mo?
Parang
Ganyan.
gano'n. Parang binibigay mo naman lahat ng kaya mong ibigay sa kanya and dumarating ka sa point na kukwestiyonin mo na lang sarili mo na am I not giving enough? Tapos feeling mo you're not getting what you deserve back from the person na pinagbibigyan mo ng love na yon, 'di ba? Pero para sa akin another thing that I wanna add dun sa definition kasi ng unrequited love, there should be like a mutual understanding that you are both into each other. Baka kasi
Mm-mm.
mamaya crush lang siya or happy crush mo lang na hindi naman niya alam na may feelings ka towards the person. tapos ikaw ay bigay ng bigay. So, syempre dahil wala siyang knowledge about the feelings, hindi naman natin pwedeng mag-demand rather dun sa tao na, huy, read between the lines
O
naman.
hindi, ito. So, dito na siguro, girl, papasok yung how do you qualify unrequited love ba? When do you say that it's unrequited love? Kasi syempre, kunyari ngayon, ito yung mga, I'll take the army. Yung mga,
Oo.
kabayan nating army dyan ng BTS. Syempre, meron sobrang fangirl ka ng BTS, di ba? Na mahal mo na si Jungkook. Magayon parang asawa mo na naalala mo yung boss natin dati?
Oo.
Hi, Mommy
Oo.
Chai, if you're watching. Asawa niya na si Anis, yung isang
Mm-mm.
BTS ba yun or Super Junior? So, di
Suju.
ba? Suju ata. So, imagine, parang, is unrequited love as simple as me going gaga over, super fangirling on a celebrity and mahal na mahal ko na siya, alam mo yun. Kasi, honestly, umabot ako sa ganyang point nung bagets ako, share ko lang mga kabayan. Nung bata ako, sobrang mahal ko si Vic Zoo. Yung effort.
Meteor Garden.
Si Wazilay. Mahal na
Oo.
mahal ko siya, girl. Iniiyakan ko siya kapag inaaway siya ni Sanchay noong araw. Tapos alam niya ng parents ko, yung kwarto ko punong-puno ng mga poster ng F4. Pumunta pa ako nung concert nila dito, kami ng nanay ko. Girl, as in like super hard fangirl. As in crazy baliw fangirl. Pero ng F4, tapos si Vic Zoo talaga yung sabi ko asawa ko. Nagpapapicture ako dati sa Tronix. Alam mo yung Tronix, no?
Oo.
Papapicture ako sa Tronix. Yung uso yan dati. Papicture akong ganyan. Tapos pwede mo kasi lagyan ng caption. Ang caption ng sa akin, Jaya Zoo. Dahi, mag-asawa kami dahi.
Ano
Promise.
kasi?
So
Go.
ibig sabihin parang yun ba? Unrequited love na ba agad yun? Or do you have to know the person personally? Do you have to tell that person that you like them in a certain way? And do they have to reject you first before you qualify it as unrequited love? Parang ang daming floating questions around this, this phenomena. Charing.
Ano siya unrequited love kasi is always subjective eh. There is no really objective definition about the certain parameters when can we qualify what unrequited love is. Pero sige, bilang tayo naman yung nag-uusap dito, I wanna share my definition of it. Kung sa akin siya tatanungin, pero babalik ako doon sa sinabi ko kanina, it is always subjective to how you feel and how the other person is feeling. Kasi kung sa akin to, based on how I am understanding it and how I am feeling about this definition I'm gonna share is that the other person should have a knowledge or at least knowledge, basic knowledge about what you feel towards that person. Hindi ko kasi pwedeng i-qualify yung me fangirling over someone na, for example, crush ko si Piolo Pascual and just because crush ko si Piolo Pascual and I can send, pwede kasi if I know Piolo's address, I can send him food 'di ba? Doon sa food delivery apps natin, 'di ba? I can do that. Or pwede ako mag-GCash or I can do subscribe sa mga channels niya. That's an expression of love for me. But the thing is, I'm not expecting anything in return because I am a fan. So I wouldn't qualify that as unrequited unless baba natin ng very light yung level. It's not Piolo but it's someone I know, non-showbiz. Gaya natin. Non-showbiz.
Non-showbiz.
Someone I met siguro at work or someone I met from a friend's friend, someone I met somewhere. Tapos I engaged myself in a conversation with this person and expressed interest. Andun na yun. Once I expressed interest, bibigyan ko na siya ng awareness na, hey, I like you. Or maybe not I like you, but I am into you. Or maybe I'm giving you that I'm giving you that context clues na, hoy, baka pwede naman tayong lumabas for coffee. Hindi agad yung mahal kita iba naman kasi yun eh. Pero I'm giving you something. Like I'm giving you motives na, hey, pansinin mo ko. Now, if you have that awareness and I, as the first person, starts giving you something, pinapadalhan na kita ng food or dinilibre kita or just simple text messages na ang haba ko mag-explain, like more than 2 paragraphs para lang sumagot ako sa good morning mo, that's already an expression of love para sa akin. If you're not giving that, if you're not giving something in return that I am expecting, we can, again, I'm using the word can, qualify that as unrequited love na.
Mm.
Ikaw ba? How
Kasi
do you
parang
qualify it?
one-sided love siya, 'di ba? Ako honestly, anything that is one-sided, any love that is not rewarded or returned, for me
Mm-mm.
that's unrequited love already. I feel nga na unrequited love is not like limited to just romantic relationships. I feel like unrequited love could also stretch into friendships. Because sometimes, diba, let's face it, when you have, like, yung friends mo, syempre, you love your friends, diba? And there are times na you would take a bullet for somebody, but that somebody wouldn't do the same for you.
Mm-mm.
'Di ba? Na parang I'm willing to take a bullet for this person, but that person doesn't feel the same way about me. So I feel that yun that alone is already considered unrequited love. But that's just me. I mean, again, it's subjective, but like parang I think it's different. Siguro sa family rin, we could also apply unrequited love to the family. Na may mga family members tayo talaga na willing to, go through sticks and stones just to provide for their families. And, the receiver of these actions are not willing to do the same for this person. So that could also be, it's a love that's unrequited. It's a love unreciprocated, not returned, not rewarded. So parang ganun. Siguro like it's present in all kinds of interpersonal relationships.
Any relationships,
Any
actually.
relationship na ano, 'di ba nga sabi ng the script, when the heart breaks, it don't break even. Charing.
Correct.
Parang
Kasi,
ganun
totoo
siya.
yan. That answers one of the pointers that we want to talk about in this episode. Yung can unrequited love also be applied to other types of relationships? The answer to
Mm,
that is yes.
yes.
Again, it's not just an intimate relationship that we are trying to qualify here. It could also be platonic relationships, eh. Among friends,
Mm.
among people you work in the office, or among
Professional
family members.
relationships, oo.
Correct.
Uy,
Um,
ito nga girl, pero like since it's present everywhere, like in every aspect of your life, like there could be unrequited love. So it's not, syempre parang what's given more attention is the romantic side of, unrequited
totoo.
love. Kasi yun yung parang medyo yung fantasy, nagko-fantasize ka, it's super dramatic, parang ganon. But like, what do you think is or are the reasons why, why unrequited love happens? Like personally, like for you lang.
Um, ano to eh? It's a clash of personality types. I'm not a psychology expert ha. Hindi ako doctor or I'm not a psychiatrist per se. But I'm basing this from my experience also. Dahil sa ginagawa kong trabaho on a daily basis that I coach people about performance and about everything that they do. It's a matter of personal differences, yung differences of personality types, and sometimes it clashes.
Mm-mm.
There's no such thing as a right intention kung bakit ayaw ko ibalik yung love na binibigay ko or na nakukuha ko rather. But here, ang hindi siguro kasi mapansin ng ibang tao or ng taong involved is that baka hindi kasi yun yung paraan niya kung paano niya gustong ibalik yung love na yun. So let
Yeah.
me give an example. Babalik tayo sa first episode natin, love languages, no?
Love languages. Mm-mm.
For example, my love language is words of affirmation. That's my top one.
Mm-mm.
So when you say words of affirmation, kasi the way I want to give love is that I send you sweet quotes, sweet messages. I tell
Mm-mm.
you how much I love you. I am very verbally expressive of
Yes, that's
everything
true.
or that I feel about you or about anyone. So that's my love language. And I could be expecting the same thing in return.
Mm-mm.
Now, the what if here is what if the other person's love language is just quality time and the other person's personality type is an introvert, observant, thinking, judging. Tapos ikaw si nasa extreme extreme opposite of the spectrum. What if ikaw ay extrovert kasi words of affirmation ka, tapos extrovert ka, sensory, feeling emotional, and percepting? What if you are those two opposites, di ba? Hindi mo kasi pwedeng sabihin na unrequited yung binibigay kong words of affirmation because this person is just there. Actually, baka yun talaga yung paraan niya kung paano magbalik. Na instead of the
Yeah.
other person is saying na I love you too, or sending you sweet quotes or sweet notes every day, or being very verbally expressive, baka hindi kasi yun yung way niya eh. Baka ang way niya is
Mm-mm.
just to spend time with you. The fact that he is there with you means a lot for the other person na. Pero para sa'yo, you
Mm-mm.
might be qualifying it as, hindi niya ako love. Or
Yeah.
pwede natin sabihin din na iba pa. Um, what if acts of service naman yung ano niya, love language ng kabila? Hindi man niya sinasabi sa'yo na mahal kita, o hindi man niya sinasabi sa'yo na appreciate kita, pero the fact na pinagluluto ka niya, pinaglilinis ka niya ng bahay, maybe that's the love language that the other person is comfortable of expressing kung paano niya binabalik yung dapat na pagmamahal na feeling niya deserve mo. Ganon.
Mm-mm. That's
Ikaw
true.
ba?
Well, I like to challenge that. Of course, love languages will always come to play. We've talked about it on the previous episode
Mm.
na it's really essential. It's really essential to know your partners or your peers or your family members' love language to be able to give them the right love, or sorry, express love in the best way that would relate to them, because that's how they take love and that's how they show love too. And on the other side, when we talk naman about unrequited love, medyo bibitinin muna namin kayo. Kasi it's 7:27, time check brought to us by Charing, akala mo. Ayun, it's 7:27 and tuloy natin ang ating umaatikabong chikahan pagkatapos ng isang maiksing break. We'll be back, mga kabayan.
Yeah, see you after the first break tuloy na. See you after the break.
Trabaho.
Yung trabaho.
Magbalik ang Chika Bayan, Chika Bayan, Chika Bayan. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide. Good news para sa mga kababayan natin abroad. Mapapanood nyo na ang inyong mga paboritong V81 radio shows sa Amazon Fire TV. Simple lang ang gawin. Go to Amazon.com at isearch lang ang V81 radio app and click install. Tiyak wala kayong shows na mamimiss dahil mapapanood nyo na ito anytime and anywhere you want. Gamit ang Amazon Fire TV. Tandaan lang, just install the V81 radio app and you're good to go. Another first from V81 Radio Worldwide. Connected ka na ba para laging updated sa mga bagong shows, promos, trending news, viral videos, events, o patok na OPM hits? Just follow us on Facebook. Simple lang. I-type lang ang letter V81 Radio. O, di ba madali lang? Kaya i-like at i-follow na.
Okay, let's do this thing. Okay, let's do this thing.
Chikabayan. Naho-homesick ka ba? I-download na ang aming mobile app at mag-enjoy sa mga kantang tatak Pinoy and feel like you're home. The V81 Radio mobile app, available in the App Store and Google Play Store. V81 Radio mobile app, free now, free forever. The holidays can seem draining with all that is going on. It is doubly difficult because we all miss our usual means of support, the comfort of gathering with friends and family, and worship services that are part of our traditions. We are here for you through it all. We wish you endurance, strength, good health, positive mind, and as much as happiness as these times can allow. This pandemic year has shown us what we can bear. May this coming year remove all this negative energy and enlighten our lives instead. Merry Christmas and a positive new year to come from V81 Radio worldwide.
Hi, I'm Maggie Quintos. Pinoy music ba ang hanap nyo? Download the V81 Radio app, available on the App Store and Google Play. It's free now and it's free forever.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Dahil mahal namin kayo. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.
Balikan na natin ang Chikabayan, Chikabayan, Chikabayan. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio worldwide.
Hey, hey!
Ayan na nga.
And we're back. Ayan. So again,
Okay.
if you've missed our kung paano namin sinimulan tong episode na to at saka yung mga other episodes namin in the past, you can always binge watch our shows and other V81 Radio shows on the mobile apps. You can download us on the Apple Store and on Google Play. Just simply search V81 Radio. And
We're also available on Amazon Fire TV. So just download the V81 Radio app on your Amazon TV device and browse through the shows of V81 Radio, including Chikabayan. And we're also compatible on Amazon Alexa. Just say, Alexa, play V81 Radio. Ayun.
alright.
Tama.
And yun nga,
Mabalik
matapos
na ako
na
sa
kanina,
aking point.
dun sa point mo, correct.
Correct. Binitin ko talaga ang ating mga kabayan para umaatikabo talaga ang chikahan natin today. So, ayun nga mga kabayan. So, di ba ang sabi ko, i-challenge ko yung love languages. Yes, yun nga. Balik tayo. Knowing your partner's love language is very, 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 very important. Most especially if you're trying to maintain a relationship or make a relationship last. On the other hand, though, I want to take into consideration proper communication. Now, when we say proper communication, this is not only just you talking, no, and the other one listening, and vice versa. So this needs comprehension and deep truths. Charing! Deep understanding on the other side of the line. Kasi, oh yes, there are love language. We have our love languages, how we show love, how we how we express love, how we receive love, what is love for us, what is love, I wanna know, charing. But yun nga, parang we can express the love all we want, but it's always best to communicate. Tell the other person how you really feel about them, because if it's unrequited love, you wouldn't know that it's unrequited unless someone confesses their feelings doon sa kabila, doon sa isang tao. And when they get rejected, quote unquote, na they don't feel the same way about you, that they love you but not in the same way that you love them, that's when it counts, di ba? Na unrequited. So your romantic love is not reciprocated. But it doesn't mean that they don't love you anymore. They may still love you, they may still have feelings for you, they may still care about you, but in a different way. Not the same way that you feel about them. So
Correct.
parang ganon. So it's really more than reading. Kasi for me, when you rely on just what do you call this, just deciphering a person's emotions based on their love language, based on their actions, people change, diba? People change, and our love languages change over time depending on our experiences, depending on, the new things that we learn in this life. So when that happens and you have this strong emotion towards a person, you really have to tell them, 'di ba? If you wish, if you wish for that feeling to be reciprocated, or kung nandun ka sa point na parang, kasi usually kapag ganito, girl, ito yung mga sige, let's just like focus on the romantic side of unrequited love, because I believe our kabayans out there can relate to that more. Kapag unrequited love kasi sa romantic relationships, parang ito yung wala kayong label. Alam mo yun?
Oo.
Yung you
Or
guys are friends and then you go out and then the other friend pala fell hard na for the other person, but the other person doesn't feel the same way, or hindi pa nila napag-uusapan yon. So they act as couples, they act as if magjowa sila, plus one nila isa't isa. But then, isa lang pala. Akin lang pala to. Ako lang pala ang I'm the only one playing this game. Wala pala akong
ikaw
kalaro.
lang yung
Alam mo yun?
nakakaramdam, 'no? Oo.
Ako lang yung
So, one
nafo-fall.
way lang talaga siya.
Yeah, it's just, it's very one-sided, ganyan. Yeah, you were saying something.
Ano, I was just about to say na one way lang talaga siya. And it usually
Mm-mm.
happens kapag most of the time, hindi ko sasabing every time gano'n, pero most of the time kasi sa mga budding relationships kasi, it happens,
That's
'di ba?
correct.
Na just because the other person showed interest and then the other person sinakyan, it doesn't mean na malalove agad nila ang isa't isa, kasi sometimes it could be parang the one person can only be exerting too much effort while the other one is just take. Or kung hindi man take,
Mm-mm.
parang wala lang siguro sa kanya kasi hindi naman talaga siya into you. Baka ganon.
Mm-mm. Ako parang I wanna talk about siguro like, what do you think are the effects of unrequited love? Like, have you ever experienced it? And how did it affect you? If it did.
Pang Miss Universe, no, my experience on unrequited love, I think, you know my story. It's not, I don't want to qualify it as unrequited love talaga.
Mm-mm.
Pero sige, for the sake of the conversation, of the topic, I might have experienced it. Pero nung araw kasi na to, girl, hindi kasi tayo ganito mag-isip pa nun eh. It's kind of
Oo nga.
different eh. Hindi, di ba, because of character development, now that we know that this is unrequited love, we know the definition now. I could have handled myself better in the past. But,
That's
but
true.
you know, when it happened to me, medyo bumaba yung self-esteem mo, of course. Yung tipong sa akin mismo na nakakababa siya ng self-esteem. Kasi you will start asking yourself the question, what have I done wrong? What's wrong with
Mm-mm.
me? What's lacking? You always
Correct.
find faults on everything that you do. Parang despite you giving everything you can, regardless if it's a material thing, if it's time, you're investing your resources, anything, you will still start doubting yourself and asking yourself, ano ba yung kailangan ko pang gawin?
Mm-mm.
So that for me is one of the biggest impact when it happened, when I experienced that myself, na kahit di siya unrequited eh, if it results, babalik tayo dun sa previous episode natin what if it's a cheating incident, you will still start asking yourself, parang every problem or every issue that you encounter while you are in an intimate relationship, the end result is always people will start asking what's lacking. People
Mm-mm.
will always find faults na nasa kanila. So,
Di
That's
ba ako
one of the two
maganda?
sides.
Di ba ako enough?
Yes,
Di ba? Kapalit-palit ba ako? Charing.
correct. And that's just one of the impacts, may isa
Mm-mm.
pa kasi that I personally have noticed sa mga kaibigan ko or sa mga taong medyo malapit sa akin. So, yung una kasi is them finding faults sa sarili. Pangalawa naman is that them pointing fingers.
Mm-mm.
Kasi they wanna salvage themselves out of the humiliation per se na nasa isip lang naman nila na the relationship failed.
Correct.
Na it's not my fault, it's the other person's fault. Na wala akong mali dyan, ang mali ay yung isa.
Mm-mm.
So, dalawa yung
Oo.
nagiging negative impacts nito usually.
Correct. And siguro, alam mo, part ng yung previous topic natin about self-righteousness, parang parang marami pa ring mga tao talaga ngayon na hirap tumanggap ng pagkakamali. Alam mo yun?
Totoo.
Parang ang nahihirapan pa rin sila magpakumbaba, nahihirapan pa rin silang aminin na nagkamali sila when it's completely normal for people to make mistakes. I mean, wala namang perpektong tao. So parang don't be too harsh on yourself when you do something that is not right. You always have the chance to correct your mistakes, and before even working on correcting your mistakes, you have to acknowledge them, acknowledge that you did them. Because that's the only way that you can move forward from, making that mistake. Hala, iba na yung topic. Pero mabalik tayo sa unrequited love. Pero, yun nga, pareho tayo, girl. Kasi ako, chika ko na. Very, very sweet lang. Hala,
Mm.
baka mapanood. Charing. Oh, pasintabi lamang po sa mga... Hindi na lang tayo mag-aano. Like, I'll try to make this as vague and as general as possible para walang mabato sa langit at magalit. At walang magbato ng tinapay pabalik sa akin. Tama. Ako siguro, I have experienced this, unrequited love before, in the past,
Mm.
na parang there will be people na will make you feel, sometimes kasi when you're single, parang you tend to look for the familiarity of a romantic love from a person. And this is
Correct.
what I realized, kasi 'di ba I've been in a relationship for the longest time. Like parang 11, 12 straight years I've been in,
Like
long-term relationships.
a third of your life,
Yeah,
you
a
are
third
in
of
a
my life.
relationship.
That's true. So like the majority of my yung may utak na ako, I'm I'm in a relationship, and like now that I'm older, I'm wiser. Ngayon lang ako naging single. And I honestly didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to live a single life. I didn't know how to be single. Parang ganon. So when you're single AF, charing, but when you're newly single and something or someone makes you feel that familiar feeling of being in a relationship, like the closest. What happened to me was I clung to it. Like, parang I misread it. I thought it was like a start of something deeper, or a relationship that I previously had. Kasi yung mga previous relationships ko with my exes, parang kasi yun eh. Parang it just happened naturally. Parang
Mm.
I didn't parang I cannot even pinpoint how exactly we decided to like be together yung mga exes ko. But like um this experience, hirap. This situation, parang na-feel ko na it's the one closest. Tapos, so parang it went on. I allowed like, you know, deeper feelings, deeper emotions. I allowed attachment. I got too attached. Too attached. Diba? Parang, so, in the end, when I talked to the person about it, the person didn't feel the same way naman pala towards me. Na this person parang only looks at me as a friend or like, a confidant, but nothing romantic. And then even after we talked about it, the first time, and parang we didn't stop what we were doing. So we still did what we were doing, and we even got like closer. Alam mo yun, parang all our
Mm-mm.
other friends, parang they thought of this person as paasa, because parang this person knows how I feel about him, but he keeps doing the things that he does. Parang ganyan. And then ako naman, no, no, it's okay, because parang we're good. We've already talked about it. We're good where we're at, ganyan. But at some point, parang I realized that I was just denying it, and it was just like really comfortable and convenient to have him around, that person. So parang at one point, siguro, I realized na, oops, no, not anymore. No, sorry. Iyak ka na. Parang ganun. Parang I'm tired of this, and I want something I want something from someone else. I know you told it's not that person's fault in any way, ha. It was just me, realizing my worth, and choosing where to put exert and distribute my energy onto. And I didn't want to be stuck in the same loop. Kaya I decided to ano, sashay away. Sashay away.
It's a very
I
good point,
decided,
no? And I
'di ba?
think, um, siguro ikaw una kong tatanungin dito sa last pointer natin before we wrap the episode up. Now that
Mm.
you've mentioned that story kasi, and I kind of know the nitty-gritty details na naman, pero wag na natin i-share. So
Tama.
how will you now manifest self-love if you find yourself again in an unrequited relationship? Or maybe we can share some tips to our kabayans out there who might be experiencing the same thing. Ikaw ba, Jay?
Oh. Oh, that's a good one, ha. Ako siguro, first things first, talk. Yun nga, what I said kanina na start a conversation, start a proper and healthy conversation with that person. Um, if you already feel that you are developing feelings and you're kind of like already attached to this person, probably it's already the best time to start a conversation with them about how you feel. Kahit yung nagbabudding pa lang, yung
Mm-mm.
hindi pa super malalim your feelings for that person. Na parang, hey, you know what? And this is not easy, by the way, mga kabayan. Hindi to madali kasi hindi naman lahat tayo confrontation. And then I know the biggest dilemma in situations like this is parang pumipili ka whether or not you're gonna keep them in your life. Kasi parang what happens is when you confess your feelings to this other person and they don't feel the same way, it's gonna get awkward. You will no longer be friends. You will no longer enjoy the benefits of being doon sa walang label. Gets?
Oo.
Na parang natatakot kang umamin kasi natatakot kang mawala kung anong meron kayo ngayon. And please let me tell you, that is the most unhealthy thing. One of the most unhealthiest, ano ba yung grammar ko? One of the most, worst. Worst?
One of the worst.
Worst. One of the
Worst.
worst. Most worst? Bitaw-tawa ako sa grammar ko, sis. One of the worst things that you're gonna do to yourself is putting yourself in, making yourself stuck in a limbo. Like, you do not know how to move forward. At the same time, you can't take steps backward. So be sure what you want to happen with your life, and self-assess. So when you do that, you have to let the other person know, because it involves them. It's, you can't keep on talking to your other friends about it, but not talk to the person directly involved. Kasi, when you talk to different friends about it, they would have different opinions. And dito papasok yung, hindi naman nila alam kung anong meron kami. Right?
Totoo.
Parang alam mo yung kanta ni Ariana Grande na, these friends Keep talking way too much. Ganyan. O, singer. Charing. Pero yun, parang said I should give you up. O, tas tayo, bilang matigas ang ulo nating mga nagmamahal, hindi naman nila alam kung paano siya pag kami lang dalawa. Hindi naman nila alam kung paano kami pag kami lang. Te, wake up. I mean, if that person is really into you, what he does when you guys are when it's just the two of you will show when you are also with your friends. Hindi yan parang
Correct.
secret. Parang they're not gonna try to hide you. They're not gonna make you a secret. I mean, hide you like a secret. Cause why? Do they not think you deserve to be flaunted? Do they not? Are they not proud of you? 'Di ba? Are they not proud of what you have? So yun, so parang once you already start feeling this way towards a person, start a conversation with them na parang, hey, you know what? I think we need to talk. I feel like I'm not yet sure, I'm not yet certain, but I feel like I'm starting to have deeper feelings towards you. Ganon. And then, set proper expectations between the two of you. I've heard a lot of stories na unrequited love, but the friendship remained. So, kung nandun ka sa crossroad na ayaw mong umamin kasi ayaw mong masira yung friendship nyo, it only goes to show that your friendship is very shallow and this person is could be manipulative, that they just keep you around because they're getting
You are
something from
convenient.
you. You are convenient.
Hmm.
They're getting you're giving them validation, you're giving them attention, you're giving them time, you're making them feel loved, but they can't reciprocate it for some reason. So wag tayo magpakamartir. Ibig sabihin, we are being abused. Do not do that to yourself. So how can you manifest self-love if you are scared to confess your feelings towards a person because you're afraid of losing them, losing the friendship? It only goes to show that your friendship is not that deep. Your relationship is shallow. Kapag, alam mo yun, umiwas siya kapag nagtapat ka sa kanya.
Totoo. And
And
actually,
kung,
yung
go.
sabi mo kanina na afraid of not losing the friendship, actually hindi eh. Kasi if the friendship is if the friendship is shallow, you're not scared of losing the friendship. You're scared of losing the
The
person,
person, yeah.
'di ba? And yung person na yan is pwede mo kasi qualify sa other kinds of paano ba, relationships pa eh, na baka umaasa ka pa. May ganon.
Oo.
Pero go,
Oo,
Jay.
tama. Oo, tama. Parang umaasa ka pa rin. Siguro, give yourself a chance then to grow. Focus on you. Focus on you and not on the other person. If you're already starting to make decisions based on what this other person would feel, based on what this other person, how this other person would react, think twice. You should only be doing things for yourself when you're confronted with that situation. Kasi, yun nga, parang at the end of the day, at the at the end of the day, it's unrequited love um is not entirely bad because you can prove to yourself that you can love that much, that you are capable of loving. At the same time, when you're already presented with facts, truths, and this other person telling you that they don't feel the same way about you, sis, set boundaries for yourself as well. Because, syempre, self-love is still the best love. And you can't give what you don't have.
Correct.
Ano yung lagi natin sinasabi, girl, na we cannot force connections. We can
That
never
is
force
true.
connections. And yung sakit ng mga tao is we try our best to manipulate other people into feeling how we want them to feel towards us. And that's not good. The only thing that we can control is how we feel and
Us.
how we think. Us,
How
tayo
we
lang.
react.
How we react.
Correct.
If you're already doing things kasi ganito, medyo manipulative kasi yung ganito eh. Yung kunyari, this other person is mahilig sa basketball. Charing. Ang mga ganyan. Tapos ikaw, na hindi ka naman mahilig sa basketball, halate, tumataya ka sa ads ng NBA. Charing. biglang may team ka na, Boston Celtics ka na, ganyan. So, and you're
Bigla
changing,
ka naging fanatic, no?
bigla ka naging fanatic, you are changing yourself to fit that person's criteria. And why are you doing that? You are trying to manipulate them to like you. And is that good? Diba? So, you have to always self-assess talaga when you're confronted with situations like this. But ikaw, girl, sorry, any last words on this? How do you think can someone manifest self-love when they're in an unrequited scenario or situation or relationship?
One statement lang siguro yung ang gusto ko i-share. You deserve the love that you give. Yun na yun. You deserve it. More than anyone else, you deserve
Mm-mm.
everything that you're willing to give. Kasi kung willing kang i-share yun sa ibang tao, bakit di mo ibigay muna sa sarili mo?
Oh, I
When we
like
talk about
that.
self-love, which we will actually cover an episode about this sa susunod na linggo.
O,
Um,
abangan nyo yan mga
abangan
kabayan.
niyo yung self-love natin na kasi we have a lot of things to share. Like Jaya and myself, this year has been our self-love year. Na ang
Baka
dami namin
umiyak ako
ginawang
ulit. Mag-crack-crack yung voice ko. Ang hirap ngayon kasi may face. Makita nila ako
'di ba?
mag-cry. Charing.
Ang dami nating ininvest sa sarili natin. And
This
investing
year.
for yourself is not bad at all. Andiyan
Mm-mm.
na sasabihin nila, gastos lang yan. Kaya mo nga gumastos para sa ibang tao, bakit di mo kaya ibigay sa sarili mo?
Gastusan yung
So if you
sarili
find,
mo.
'di ba, if you find yourself in that certain situation wherein may binibigay kang either time or effort or resources or gifts sa ibang tao na feeling mo hindi na ibabalik sa iyo nung taong 'yon, yung dapat na deserve mong makuha pabalik, then stop doing it. Apart from what Jaya mentioned na you talk to the person, kapag talaga hindi kaya, by all means,
Mm-mm.
cut the strings, and
Mm-mm.
those resources that you have invested, give it back to you.
Give it back to you. Yeah,
There's
that's
nothing
true.
wrong
And
of go ahead.
taking care of yourself. No, I was just gonna
Correct.
add. At saka, ano rin kasi yan, guys, when you invest in yourself, and then you are faced with an unrequited relationship, madaling umiskapo. Alam mo yun, madaling umiscape because you know that, you already are aware of what kind of love, oops, what kind of love you you
You
deserve.
deserve.
So, so parang ano siya, parang I worked so hard on myself. I've invested so hard on myself. I'm at peace. I have peace of mind. And who is this person to disturb my peace of mind? I'm not gonna allow it. Parang ganon. So
Correct.
work hard on yourself talaga. Ayun.
And we'll talk more about self-love in our upcoming episode. So abangan niyo yan mga kabayan sa aming susunod na Chismis Tuesday. And again, if you've missed our episodes in the past, you can always download the V81 Radio app on your mobile devices. We're available on Google Play and on Apple Store.
And of course, we're also available on Amazon Fire TV. Just download the V81 Radio app on your Amazon TV device to watch the shows of V81 Radio, including CHIKABAYAN. And we are also compatible on Amazon Alexa. Just say, Alexa, play V81 Radio.
Ayan, at magkita-kita ulit tayo sa susunod na namang Chismis Tuesday. This is again Owie.
And this is Jaya, and always remember,
Chika
Chika
responsibly.
responsibly.
Bye!
Kumusta, kabayan? Kumusta ka, bayan? Gusto mo bang makasagap ng chismis na may laman? Chismis na makabuluhan? Let's talk about love, life, relationships, social issues, and anything under the sun. Makitawa, makiiyak, makikanta, at makisaya sa nag-iisang online tambayan. Chikabayan, Chika Bayan. Chikabayan, kasama sina Jaya at Owie tuwing Martes, 7 p.m. Philippine Time. Chikabayan, Chika Bayan. Chikabayan, dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide. Naghahatid saya sa mga Pinoy, mga kanta at programang Tatak Pinoy. Napapanood at napapakinggan kahit saan ka man. Streaming worldwide. This is V81 Radio.
Malayo ka man sa iyong pamilya, dito ay hindi ka nag-iisa. Tiyak ito'y iyong hahanap-hanapin, dahil ito ang nagpapasaya sa atin.